This channel is designed for adults viewing only, and certain videos will contain rated M for mature video games, featuring realistic violence, gore and suggestive themes. If you are not an adult, do not view the content on this channel.
Sit back and relax. It's time to take a wild trip to the past. Get ready for another exciting episode of Memory Lane. That table can only mean one thing. We're here, we're going to have a special edition Memory Lane episode featuring a wrestling belt. The first ever wrestling belt, Memory Lane. And it's time to show off the one and the only Stone Cold Steve Austin Skull replica belt right here. Let's see if we can get this set up. This is a nice belt. Don't mind me, we're going to get this set up here. So, let's see if we can get this propped up here. Right, just like that. Alright, perfect. I get to see this belt up close in detail. This is a nice skull replica belt. Let's zoom in on this belt for a second here. Look at the nice detail on this belt. So this belt right here, let's take a quick glance on it. As you can see right on the front, there's a skull. And this skull right here symbolizes Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can see it's a smoking skull, so that's the reason why it's known as a smoking skull belt. And it says World Heavyweight Champion. World Heavyweight Champion in a very edgy looking front. It's always fitting for the Attitude Era. We got the rattlesnake on the side right there. And there's another one over on this side. So you guys can see it better. And these belts are kind of hard to show off with bright light, but even the side plates look awesome. We'll take a look at that in a second. Here's a few pictures of Stone Cold Steve Austin sporting this belt. Now, this belt right here made its debut around 1998. And this belt, it had a short run, maybe a year or a couple years at the most. I remember seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin at an autograph signing around 98 with this belt. And I saw the real belt. There was apparently two belts. There's a silver plated belt and there was a gold plated belt. And the silver plated belt he actually took home. It was his permanently to have. And the gold plated belt was the one that he traveled with. As you can see right here, this is the gold plated replica. It's a very, very heavy replica. Usually the replicas that I usually get are made out of zinc. This one feels like it's brass or something. This is like really, really heavy. Let's check out the detail on the front right here. This is really, really nice detail. Look at the teeth on that thing. It's like really, really crazy looking detail. And of course you got the WWF logo right there. Alright, let's check out the side plates on this. Some crazy detail. Let's see if we can check out the side plates by moving it over here. It's probably the best way of doing it. You got the WWF logo in red on the side plates, and it almost looks like a badge. You got the smoking skull on the side right there. When you zoom out, you can see like how awesome this belt is. And over on the other side, you get basically the same exact thing, but from a different perspective and different lighting. You'll never get the same shot twice on these belts because how shiny they are. And there we go, we got some nice looking side plates. Now this belt not only has nice looking side plates, the front plate is quite the impressive thing right there. I mean, look at that. It's a smoking skull front plate. And the details, you have If you look on the very edge, you have like barbed wire wrapping around it right here. Some crazy looking barbed wire. And, you know, the Attitude Era was a very, very edgy time in professional wrestling. So it's not surprising that you have a barbed wire etching going around the belt. And it looks really awesome. And let's turn this around for a second here. You can see the back of it. You have some more plating. I'm going to lay this down. I'm actually going to put some bubble wrap down there so it doesn't get damaged. So when we show these belts off, I'm going to use a little bit of bubble wrap just to protect it. I'll lay it down like that. And right here on the side, this belt has quite a few side plates. It actually has multiple side plates, more than the usual belt. You have another like WWF Attitude side plate right here. And you have some nice etching on the actual leather right here. And you have a WWF Champ side plate right here, right next to the buckles. And over here on this side, you have the WWF Attitude side plate, as you can see right here. I'll probably bring a little bit more light over there so you guys can see it better. And that's the WWF Attitude side plate, but this side right here is missing the WWF Champ plate because there was only one plate on that belt for that. And it was only on one side. And then over here you have the buckles, but as you can see, the belt has like a leather snake print on the back of it. That's awesome. So snake print, you can actually feel it. You can see the details on it right there. There's snake print on the back of this belt. And it's really crazy looking. So this is a pretty awesome Stone Cold Steve Austin replica championship belt. Let's put it right here. And one more time you can see this belt up close and how freaking awesome it is. I mean, this is definitely the belt that he wore through his prime in WWF during the Attitude Era. And I remember, again, going to an autograph signing back in Connecticut, like in '98. And he just got the belt during that time. And I remember seeing the real belt up close. And the one thing I remember, he was pissed off. He wasn't talking to nobody at the autograph signing. He had his head down. He was signing the autographs, and he just kept them going. And his arms were massively huge. Like, he had freaking huge arms. And he had the belt over to the left of him, laying on the table, like just like this. You could see the belt up close. And it was really, really cool to see the actual belt up close and how big it was. And it was literally, obviously, that big. It was a huge belt. And that is the Stone Cold Steve Austin Skull Championship belt. And I hope you guys enjoyed this special championship belt memory lane. We're going to have a short little series of championship belt episodes. You'll never know what you see next. We'll probably show off maybe about 8 belts this year. We'll probably do one monthly. It's for a surprise. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Stone Cold Skull belt. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.